and you were
Okay.
docent.
Yes, I was. So you need a plan. If you're going to do this full time, you just can't jump in without a plan. So before I started tour directing, I was a docent for Los Angelitos, which is there's an area in downtown Los Angeles. It's the birthplace of LA by Olvera Street. So I was giving free tours, and that gave me really good experience speaking with the public, right? And also learning early Californian history, which actually helped me get hired for a student tour operator in Southern California, where I was giving fourth and fifth graders mission tours or from San Diego to Santa Barbara on the train. So that was really fun. And then I was a walking tour guide in Hollywood. So that whole historic area in Hollywood, I gave tours of. And then I was a step-on guide. So tour operators would hire me, they were coming to Los Angeles for a day or two. I'd get on the bus and we would have a whole city tour. And then I segued into giving student tours. Then the financial crisis happened in 2007, 2008-ish. And I kind of went through the back door and I got a lot of work as a port lecturer for Princess Cruises. So I have actually a lot of experience in Asia because I've written a couple of books about feng shui, classic feng shui and the I Ching. So that helped me get that job. And I was on the ship for, well, I'm still working for the ship, but 6-7 years solid during the whole crisis. Then I was a tour director doing international tours, and now I do both domestic tours, international tours for adults, and student tours for obviously kids, but I still do DMC work. And I still do a lot of the local stuff too. You have to spin many plates. And like you said, there are many roads. There's not one way, one correct way to do it. But my biggest advice to the new people is, once you get into student tourism, for example, and that's the easiest way in, don't poo-poo that once you segue to the adult market. Because if there's another financial downturn, like right now, during COVID, right? The student tours were the first to come back in the spring. So that season is from like mid-March through the first week in June. And then the adults are generally when you're first beginning seasonal in the fall. There's a lot of need in September and October. But if you link everything together, you can work all year, like in the DMC market, where you are.
And explain
in
what the
County.
DMC market is. I explained it a little bit in the first introductory
That's called,
video.
it's destination management companies. So there's big corporations, let's just say Microsoft, because they do a big program here in Scottsdale. And they'll come in and they'll hire destination management staff like me and like you, and we'll do hospitality, we'll do airport meet and greets, we'll do dine-arounds, we'll do city tours, this kind of thing. And depending on where you are in the country, it's there's a high season, like for me and for you, it's October through the spring, right? Because we have very, very mild winters. So that's a lot of work there. And then you can do student tours March through the beginning of April, and then you have the adult tours for the rest of the year. That's how you work year round, by spinning many plates.
And yeah, you've got the year covered. To back up a little bit, I just want to cover, she gave you a lot of information there. So docent, I just want to review. Great job to learn the history and student tours and a lot of the missions, you're working with the students. All of the jobs she's talked about too are great for networking because you're going to meet people that are doing the same. And somebody will say, well, I have the student tour coming up and I need someone and I'm not available, but they ask me if I can recommend someone, or they'll ask Liz, is there somebody you recommend? So,
and there's different kinds of student tours.